doubters, closer to the haters. Mad cause my unseen lines mimic equators. Sad how my unheard verse making them react.
What got me into doing videos was back in high school, I had to learn how to edit my highlight tape for basketball just to send out to colleges and whatnot. So I had to teach myself how to do that, and then I put music underneath in the highlights or whatnot. So I kind of enjoyed putting it together. So that struck me as like something that I might want to do. You know, one of the reasons why I decided to push the A-Plus thing was because I tried getting jobs. I tried going to TV places. I tried going to movie studios, and I wouldn't even let in the door. Whatever times that I had a chance to actually get in and get interviewed, like I was like out of there in like 5 minutes. You know, I tell the story all the time. Like I walked into a meeting. This lady she said, "Where do you live?" I said, "I live in the Valley. I grew up in the Valley." And she says, "Well, you should probably look into a different career because Hollywood is too far." After that day, I decided that I would never go back to a place like that. I'm just gonna start my own thing, even if it takes me 10 years or 12 years, however long it takes me. Like I'm gonna do something for myself, you know. And I never went back to an interview after that. A-Plus Filmz, it started back in high school when I was doing those highlight tapes, and it was me and my friends, and it's my initials, so my name's Fredo Tovar, so the A and the T are the A-Plus. Now it's myself, Scott Fleischman, who I met in college, and he was a year younger than me, and he moved out here a year after I graduated. He's from Boston, and then my brother, my younger brother, but he's more into making music. But you know, he handles a lot of different things. None of us have like a specific job. Like we just do everything. I want to say we did a video for Kendrick Lamar. It's called High Power. When I first heard the song, and at this point Kendrick wasn't as well known as he is now, so we were I remember we met like at a Del Taco over in Burbank, because he had just come off. He got into the Burbank airport, and he had just started touring a little bit, but like he wasn't as he is now. So we like met at the, you know, right at the exit of the Burbank airport at the Del Taco. It was like me, Scott, like his manager, and Kendrick, and we were just coming up with ideas, eating and just like. And then seeing that from that point till the day that it came out and what it did for him, like I think that was great. It gave me more reassurance that what I was doing like meant something, you know, as opposed to just putting out a music video and like you get some views. The numerous amounts of people that have cameras and they call themselves directors and have a production company, is that, you know, it's a little bit, I gotta go on both sides, because at the same time, that's the reason why I was able to get into this. It wasn't as abundant as it is now. Like when we started off with like a Panasonic HVX, which is like probably about this size. Now you can shoot a video on your iPhone and put it on YouTube, and it's a video, and it's being seen by the same amount of people as somebody that shoots with big cameras or a big production. The downside of that is that, you know, not everything is good, you know, like I feel like not everybody should have the ability to call themselves you know, a director or have a production company unless you've done substantial things. Even with us, like I feel like we've accomplished certain things in what we want to do, but we have a long way to go. So whenever I meet people that just shot a couple of things with their friends, and they feel like they're entitled to the same things that I am, like it doesn't make much sense to me. You know, our goal has always been to, you know, shoot big budget things and whatnot. But as the days go on, like those budgets are getting cut left and right. You know, even at major labels. You know, basically if you're not shooting like Justin Bieber or like Nicki Minaj, you know, your budgets are very small compared to how they were like 5-10 years ago. Our level of creativity has to increase with like limited amount of resources, which makes it, you know, it's almost like what do you do with what you have? You know, if somebody gives you a camera and a place like this, what are you gonna do with it? You know, we shot a video with there's some pretty big names in it, and then they, you know, like last minute, the video went from having an actual story in like in a certain location and like cars that were gonna be like stolen from this warehouse, and then they were gonna be like almost like a Gone in 60 Seconds theme, to the artist that had the other big artists featured on it. Those guys needed to get flown in from other places around the country, so the majority of our budget went to that. And then also, once their requests were to get them like real big trailers, like the, you know, those big movie trailers or whatnot. So like the majority of our budget went to the just them being comfortable for like a day. I would say that, you know, the marijuana use in music videos and music in general, the way it's portrayed, just like anything else, like it seems like you could just do something and there's no consequences to it. And I think that's one of the problems with like the internet, that most people just see something and they see it as it's so attainable by them because those guys did it. You know, so but if you have somebody like a Wiz Khalifa and he's smoking all day, he can do that because he's a working artist and that's his thing. And he can make a living doing off that. But if you're a kid, you're 17, 18 years old, and all you're doing is smoking weed all day and going to the studio, guess what? You're not going to get anything out of that. I used to wear Jordans a lot when I was younger. You know, before all this, you know, before all the retros and stuff like that, I would always try to get the Jordans and whatnot. And so it was like when you went to the mall, like that was the first time you saw the Jordans. And I felt like that feeling, like I can't get it anymore unless something is really, really, really dope. You know, I like a lot of Dunks, because those, like, people just like make them in different ways. You know, with Jordans, I like what it stands for. His mentality for like just his work ethic and whatnot, like it also shows in the shoes. Like those shoes are like well made. We did an E-40 video with Chris Brown and Young Jeezy, and the video was almost done. It was basically done, and then E-40 had me find a shot of him wearing the Space Jam foam posits, and then he wouldn't let the video go out unless I put that shot in there. And I was like, dude, like the shot isn't even that good. But he was like, no, I have to have those in there. He was like, he had the hat and he had the shirt and he had the foam posits. And I was like, dude, like if we could just not, if you would not like put me through that, like we could put this video out like tomorrow. So I spent like a whole week trying to fix this shot. Like, I had to like zoom in and figure out how to get that shot together in that video. But he was very adamant about having those foam posits in there. I mean, it just makes you cool. Like it makes you like be like, oh, like I have these and you don't, kind of thing, you know. And I think it's positive, you know. I think it's definitely like, you know, if it makes you feel good about yourself and you can afford them, and you're not like, instead of paying your rent, like you're buying Jordans. I think it's dope. Like, but no, if you can find some shoes that nobody else has, I think that's dope. Like I have some friends that are not sneakerheads that were like really into Jordans. They still have like brand new, like 11s in the box, like from when we were kids, you know, like. And I'm like, and that guy's never gonna sell them. He doesn't even care about it. He's just like, he really loves that shoe. I'd rather just take the $1,000.
Rather keep the cash?
Hell yeah. The shoes, I'd just be like, check out my shoes, they're in my house. I'd rather just take the $1,000 and possibly like, I don't know, buy some more Jordans or something. Buy like 10 Jordans instead of having one Yeezy. What's the sub? Air Jordan 13 Retro, the Bred 13s? Oh, okay. Oh, dope. Yeah, check these out. Yeah, definitely rocking these at our shoots. Give a shout out to Cash 23. Thanks for the shoes for sure.
from the doubters, closer to the haters. Mad cause my unseen lines mimic equators. Sad how my unheard verse making them react.